Oh, we are back out for some more bear scouting. I came into this spot last night, found some bear sign, and it looked really promising, but I didn't have time to check it out, so I'm back in with my brother this morning. We're gonna hike up here. We probably got 4 or 5 hours till it starts raining, but we're gonna hike up this hillside and glass across. I'm not really sure what today's will hold. We've never been here before, but it's always fun to check out a new area, so here we go. Well, of course you always find gobbler sign a week after I know, 5 days after season. That's a gobbler wing track, wing feather, because you can tell because that tip is clipped off, and that's a drag mark when they drag their wing feather strutting. So Big Tom's been in here. Those look pretty good. Well, we stop real quick. We're maybe half a mile up this logging road, and there's some of these top cuts that are coming into view, and that's kind of the nice thing about a spot like this is we can just hike, stop real quick, glass super quick for 10 minutes, and then keep going. So we just finished that up and didn't see anything, but we're gonna keep glassing as we get to the top. Yeah, looks like a great spot so far. We've been following this logging road up for about a mile. It's just looking better and better. It looks a little bit better for fall bear. There's a lot of huckleberry bushes, but we haven't seen any bear sign yet. Fresh from this year at this spot. We're about to get off the logging road and get up to this glassing spot, and hopefully we'll see some bears from up here. So we'll see what it looks like when we get up there. Like a lot of food sources up here. There's fireweed, there's thimbleberries, there's rose hips, there's wild strawberry bushes, wild blackberry, wild raspberry, huckleberry. So it's just like a kind of a ridiculous amount of food up in this spot. Elderberry, we saw some elderberry bushes too. And so there's so much food up here, all condensed in this one property, that I feel like it's just gonna be loaded with bears next fall. From what I understand, being new to bears, that if you can find a lot of sign or a lot of food sources condensed, they're gonna be hammering it in the fall. So at least we got a spot for the fall. could probably see a deer from up there. Alright, so we've been here about 3 minutes, under an hour. We've done a pretty good pass, haven't found anything. It's pretty windy up here, but we are getting ready to head over. We're gonna drop to the other side of this ridge and then follow it down, and then we should be able to glass across a little bit to this side and then make our way back to the car. But great looking spot. Well, we're about to the end of this timberland where it meets up with the Idaho State Forest. Habitat should change, probably should get a little thicker up here. And I don't know what there's gonna be for sign. There's actually surprisingly little sign up in this cut. I would have thought there'd be more, but maybe they're just not in here right now. These are all moose chews. In the winter they'll eat that right there and bite that off, and this whole kind of shrub is like that, but it's looking better, so I'm kind of thinking there's going to be more animals in here. Well, we dropped down below the logging road, maybe 100 yards, so that we can glass to this other side. There's a road and some private below us, but we could access that whole other mountain if we needed to from the other road. It's good to at least just get a picture on what animals are on that side, or if any. And yeah, so we're gonna glass this for probably 30 or 40 minutes probably, and just kind of pick that side apart a little bit. Alright, well, spent about 20 minutes glassing all that and didn't see anything, but it looks really good over there. We're kind of just bouncing back and forth between sides as we move further along. But it also looks like we got weather coming in, so probably start to wrap up the day. Coming down this pretty steep and thick east-facing hillside. There's just a lot of sign in here. None of it's bear, but it's deer and elk. We're finding old elk rubs, old deer rubs, tons of heavy elk trails, and lots of tracks, some elk beds. And I just feel like this is a spot that you'd find some old secluded buck in here. Alright, we just talked to a hunter we ran into, and he said he hadn't been seeing anything. He had a couple cameras, and there was nothing on those, so that's kind of confirms our suspicion that they're not in there. They're not in here right now. I do think they're going to be in here in the fall quite a bit. Really nice buck rubs right here. We are about 3/4 of the way back to the car, and we just stopped to glass this spot. So pretty much we just dropped down to the main logging road, the same one that we started on, that heads back to the parking lot. And yeah, like I said earlier, we ran into that hunter, and not much sign, not really any sign other than that one tree stripping. Forest here, forest. That's the same deer, isn't it? got perfect wind for us. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he just got our wind. You could totally tell when he got it. Stud of a buck. Got a lot of potential. Second. Yeah, big buck. It's a nice one. First encountered that buck when he was coming down the mountain and crossing the logging road. Oh boy. Never mind, hold on. It's within the last week. That is a big old bear. This is a large tree, and actually that buck ran up right here. Black bears and grizzlies will both do this. This one I'm pretty confident is a black bear, just because of the size and location. But my guess would be bark's decently dry, so probably sometime last week. But that's good sign. Anyways, what I was saying before that was, we first encountered that buck when he went down and was coming down across the logging road. He kind of saw us right as he got onto the logging road and froze up for a bit, and we watched him, and then he ran back up, and then we kept coming. He looped up and tried to go around, and then the wind was still whipping in our face. So we just came walking back to the car more, and he came back down, saw him again, and then he ran up right here. And then there's that big old bear scrape, or bear tree ring. So good sign, and great way to end the day. We're headed back, but definitely pretty cool. We're a little under a mile from the car. The wind is coming in really strong.